everyone, welcome to Shantha Lakshmi IAS. In this video, let us discuss about the new legislation, that is Weapons of Mass Destruction Amendment Bill 2022, which was in news recently. So why this bill is in news? Recently, the Weapons of Mass Destruction and their Delivery Systems Prohibition of Unlawful Activities Amendment Bill 2022 was passed in Rajya Sabha. Initially, the bill was introduced in Lok Sabha originally, then sent to Rajya Sabha, and now in Rajya Sabha also the bill was passed. And then what's remaining? The president assent. Assent is remaining. If the president gives the assent to the bill, then this amendment bill becomes an act. So to begin with, so before we going to the details of this bill, amendment bill, so now first understand this. What is meant by the weapons of mass destruction? It is nothing but the weapon of mass destruction can be a nuclear, radiological, chemical, biological, or any other weapon which has the potential to kill and bring significant harm to large number of people or cause immense damage to the artificial structures, nature, or the biosphere. So, these weapons of mass destruction can be nuclear, radiological, chemical, biological, or any other weapon which has the potential to kill and bring significant harm to large number of people or structures, nature, or the biosphere. Then, moving forward, now, let us understand the background of this amendment bill. This bill seeks to modify the Weapons of Mass Destruction and the Delivery Systems Prohibition of Unlawful Activities Act 2005. So this act was passed in 2005. This was enacted to prohibit the unlawful activities in relation to weapons of mass destruction and also their delivery systems. So what was the original act? The Weapons of Mass Destruction and the Delivery Systems Prohibition of Unlawful Activities Act 2005, which was launched or enacted to prohibit unlawful activities with respect to the weapons of mass destruction and their delivery systems. This act covers unlawful activities related to biological, chemical, and also nuclear weapons and their delivery systems. It also provides for integrated legal measures to exercise control over the export of materials, equipment, and technologies in respect to the weapons of mass destruction and their delivery systems, and also for prevention of their transfers to non-state actors or terrorists. So what was the original act? It aims to prohibit unlawful activities with respect to these weapons of mass destruction and their delivery system. It also provides for integrated legal measures to control the export of materials, equipment, and technologies, etc. with respect to these weapons of mass destruction. And moving forward, and what is the need for amendment now? Initially, the original law, this original act, this 2005 act, did not talk about any financial activities related to these weapons of mass destruction, that is financial support, and now there was a need to have provision to ban financing for weapons of mass destruction. So that's why the amendment has been come. What is the need? To focus on the financial bit of activity supporting weapons of mass destruction, as there was an urgent need to have provision to ban financing for weapons of mass destruction, and also to provide more teeth to government to act against terrorist funding, and also to give more powers to the government to act against the terrorist funding. And also then there is a need for this amendment to meet the international obligations. What are those international obligations? See, the United Nations Security Council's targeted financial sanctions and the recommendations of the Financial Action Task Force have mandated against financing of proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and their delivery system. So, to meet with these international obligations, now there is a need for the amendment to this Act, that is 2005 Weapons of Mass Destruction and the Delivery Systems Act 2005. So what is the need for amendment? To focus on the financial bit of activities which are supporting these WMDs and to provide more teeth for central government to act against terrorist funding, also to meet the international obligations relating to these weapons of mass destruction. Now, what are the objectives of this bill? There are mainly three objectives. That is, to prohibit financing of activities linked to these weapons of mass destruction, and also to empower the center. See the term here, it's central government to freeze, seize or attach funds, financial assets or economic resources for preventing such financing, and also to prohibit making available funds, financial assets or economic resources for any prohibited activity in relation to weapons of mass destruction and their delivery systems. So how many objectives are there in this bill? There are three objectives, that is prohibit financing of activities and giving more power to center to freeze, seize or attach funds or financial assets or economic resources for preventing such financing. Also to prohibit making available funds, assets or economic resources for any prohibited activity with respect to these weapons of mass destruction and their delivery system. So these are the three objectives of this bill. And what are other international initiatives which were there to control these weapons of mass destruction? These here. Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty of 1968, Biological Weapons Convention of 1972, and Chemical Weapons Convention of 1993, and Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, which was signed in 1996, but has not entered into force. It is not here. It does not enter into force. And Missile Technology Control Regime. So these are the international agreements or initiatives to control or combat the weapons of mass destruction. And with respect to India, India signed both of these conventions, that is Biological Weapons Convention of 1972 and Chemical Weapons Convention of 1993. Also, India is also part of this Missile Technology Control Regime. India does not sign this one and this one. Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty. So India is part of these three conventions, that is Biological Weapons Convention of 1972 and Chemical Weapons Convention of 1993. Also, India is a part of this Missile Technology Control Regime. So these are all about regarding this Weapons of Mass Destruction Amendment Bill. So with this, we'll end this session here. If you like, please like and share. Thank you.